What's up, YouTube? The subject of today's video is this small Sony EXM-302 2-channel car audio amplifier that I picked up on eBay for a song, obviously in pretty terrible cosmetic condition. And the reason I purchased this thing was it said it was untested, and really I just wanted to see if it would work or not. It's in a pretty rough shape. Some of the terminal screws are missing. This amp appears to be fairly old school since there's no onboard crossovers whatsoever. And on this side, this is what really got me laughing a little bit when I saw the advertisement. It's a nice 15 amp fuse they have there, just a piece of metal bent over. And also, not sure if they had the power wire on a switch or not, but they might have been having some problems with their battery going dead all the time otherwise, because they just have a jumper going to the turn on from the battery positive. And amazingly enough, when I got this thing inside and put it on the power supply, the little light came on, and I don't have any DC at the speaker terminals. So I'm going to go ahead and take it inside and hook some speakers up to it and see if both channels sound good. And if so, do a little cosmetic rehab on this amplifier, try and get it looking better. Alright, here's the Sony 302 amplifier on the kitchen table. I'll quickly go through my test setup. I have this unbranded Chinese eBay power supply, which claims 30 amps at 12 volts. I have this level control knob, which I'm using as a volume control. I have a toggle switch on the remote wire, which I'm using as the on-off for the amplifier. I'm using my Mac computer as a source unit, playing some no copyright sounds off of YouTube, and my Frankenstein Realistic Radio Shack speakers, which are 8 ohms apiece. And this amp really blew me away when I first powered it on with some speakers. The sound is very dynamic and powerful. This amplifier is only rated at 30 watts per channel into 8 ohms, but it sounds much stronger than that, and it is very detailed. Both channels sound even. Just very impressed with what came out of this little amplifier. I have a proper fuse now, of course, and I found some screws in the junk box which aren't perfect, but will make some decent speaker terminals for now. I'll go through the controls one more time. Just a input gain control, a bridged or stereo selector switch, high and low level inputs, the speaker terminals, and on this side, power ground, remote, and the 15 amp fuse and a little power LED. So not much to this amplifier, but great sound. So we'll go ahead and do a quick music test and a quick bass test. We'll take a quick peek under the hood of the Sony 302. Looks like a pretty nice amplifier for 150 watts. I'm no expert, but it looks to be high quality. And if anyone knows anything, I believe that to be a date code for the year 1996, but if anyone knows for sure, please let me know in the comments. But now, without further ado, we'll go ahead and take this thing out back and do a little cosmetic work. Try and get it looking a little bit nicer. And here's how the amp turned out. I just painted the top and side covers with some Rust-Oleum paint and primer all in one. Some people might not agree with what I've done here because all the markings that indicate polarity and the function of the controls are now covered up, but I'm not that worried about it. I left the sticker underneath, so shouldn't be any issues. I don't plan on anyone else ever having this amplifier anyway, so I don't think it'll become a safety hazard. But this thing does look quite a bit better. It's definitely not perfect, but from where I started, let's say it's undergone a major transformation and looks somewhat decent to go with the great sound that this amp produces. And we'll go ahead and do one more test and just hook this thing up to a HDC 315 and see. Some naysayers online claim that this amplifier doesn't have enough power to push subs, and yes, it's only a 150 watt amp, but we'll see what kind of excursion we can get trying this thing out bridged 4 ohms. Well, my theory was confirmed. This little amp can pack quite a punch when bridged. Go ahead and run a quick sweep test. Not bad at all. That's about all I have to say on this Sony EXM-302 power amplifier from back in the day. Not a bad little amp, if I do say so myself. I would definitely recommend. And if you enjoyed this video and want to see more videos like this, like and subscribe, and thanks for watching as always.